Y'all know what time it is. My name is Jay, the Dapper Wrist, and like I said in my last video, I'm not going to be the guy that's going to tell you how to find or buy vintage watches. That's not me. I'm an amateur. I ain't no watch expert. I've never disassembled. I've disassembled movements. I haven't reassembled them yet. You know, I'm getting there. It's taking a lot longer than I'd like, but what are you going to do? I'm an amateur watch hobbyist, been buying them for about 20 years. So, no expert, but I got a good eye. I like to think that I got a good eye. Um, and in last year, was it last year? I don't think it was last year. It was probably the year before that. I'm not sure, man. I was visiting a friend in the Bay Area. I'm going to call him Dr. Z. He's actually the guy that's provided some watches for me to review. The Nighthawk, the Citizen Nighthawk. That's a big watch. I didn't purchase that watch. That's his watch. It's a big watch. He has a bigger wrist. So through him, I'm gonna be able to get some other watches that I wouldn't buy because of my wrist size. But I'm getting off topic. This is a new series for my channel. I'm gonna call it Vintage Betties because my wrist is 6.25 inch wrist. You know, I look for vintage watches because they tend to be smaller, and it's a good thing that I like the style. So I was in Oakland at a vintage swap meet. I forget what it's called, but it's pretty well known. I was up there, and the prices for a lot of that stuff is steep, but I didn't pay a lot for this watch. Now, I didn't get it the way you see it right now. This Seiko Sportmatic 7625 8833. I should have looked it up, but I'm guessing it's a 69 from those serial numbers. Oh, I'm looking at it upside down. How am I going to tell? Yeah, I think it's a 69. You guys that know what's up, correct me. I'm always eager to learn. I paid $20 for this watch. Now, I didn't pay $20 for the way you see it right now. I paid $20 because it came in this case. The inner chapter ring is not what came with this case, but I'll get to that later. Look at what they did. They grinded off the lugs. Why would anyone do that? So, you see, it's in bad shape. Me and my buddy were primarily looking for watches, and towards the end of that hunt, there's this one guy at a booth. He only had maybe 5 watches. And I saw this watch, and I told him how much. He said 25, and I think I haggled him down $5. In any case, he probably said 20, I don't remember. In any case, I paid $20 for it. I kept it in my pocket as we were ending our trip. A few hours later, it was keeping time. So I opened it up because I wanted to see what the dial actually looked like. Because this you see the scratches on the acrylic crystal? Look pretty bad. But when I opened it up, I saw this dial. Almost perfect. Look, I'll tell you about that. That's this chapter ring has a tooth that is the marker that keeps it in place. So there's a little indentation where that little tooth settles in, and it pretty much lines it up. I'm guessing somebody at some point opened the watch up when it was in this case, and they tried to force it, and they bent the dial down. Oh man, but other than that, this is immaculate, and you really can't tell. The only reason you can tell is because of the angle there. What a shame, right? But for $20, I ain't even tripping. This is a new old stock case. Look at the brushing on the lugs. So it's pretty much perfect. Let me wipe it down. My fingers are a little oily. And I don't like wearing gloves. To each their own, you know. Not hating on the gloves, but I'm not gonna do gloves. Look at that. Look at the bezel. The bezel is brushed with a chamfered polish edge. And I paid $100 for this new old stock case. You know, it looks funny because the crown is recessed all the way in. And I'm just a little not used to it, to be honest with you guys, man. But I mean, for 120 from 1969, if I'm not mistaken, it's a bang up deal. Bang up deal. Again, you know, I'm not gonna tell you how you should buy your vintage watches. But if you were to run into something similar, I would say go for it. You can't go wrong. Let me end this vid with a quick wrist shot. Again, Happy New Year's. I hope you guys are all safe. Enjoying the hell out of your watches.